Man, I had to come back on here and we gotta talk about these these arguments for the past few days, man. I got somebody was trying to argue with me. The dude said that I can't be a Spence fan because because I like Crawford, because I'm a fan of Crawford too. And that's why I said, bro, y'all the reason why Spence is so popular because he has all the casual fans. I call it blind loyalty, blind bandwagoning, whatever you want to call it. Because y'all literally, hold on, let me turn this off real quick. Literally have no good talking points. Like you can't, as a boxing fan, if you look at, ain't no way in hell you gonna see anybody walking through Bud or just walking through Spence. That's ridiculous. Like, you can't be that dumb and blind, man, to think that that's gonna go down like that. But my thing is, why you can't be? I have to be. What he said. I see that with you, Bud buddies. Ain't no Bud. I speak facts, but we were more logical than you casual Spence fans. All y'all talk about is, oh, that body work. Bud got crazy body work too. It just gets overlooked by the other shit he do. That nigga go up. That nigga go high. He go low. High, go low. Like he's known for that. It just looked different because that's not his main focus throughout the fight. You know what I'm saying? But Bud, yeah, he tear that body up too. But everybody, all the Spence, just his. I'm a Spence fan, so I can't say all Spence fans. Just you Spence fans that don't know what you're talking about. Just emotional. Anything we say, anything about Bud. He ain't fighting nobody. Spence gonna walk him down. He ain't gonna. Spence gonna do this. Spence, you just mentioned, you just post a picture of him. His hand, he was uh, undisputed at 140. He ain't fighting nobody. Forget Bud. Just trying to give him props about anything. Fuck Bud. Bud ain't this. Bud ain't that. Spence gonna kill him. He can't do nothing to the body. He ain't got no jab. He ain't got. It's like, dang, y'all hate the man like he raped your mama or something. Or your daughter. Like he beat up your sister or something? Like this nigga done smashed all your girlfriends? That's what it sound like. It sound like pure jealousy and fear. Majority of Spence fans' arguments, man. I'm like, so you can't be a fan of both, but you speak up on behalf of Bud at times, but you're a Bud buddy. No, just a real fan of both of them, of the boxing sport, and not just of one fighter. Only in boxing, well, only when it comes to Spence and Bud, well, you got people that say, well, according to Spence diehards that just started, they just hopped on the bandwagon probably last year, when a lot of these channels that was hating on Bud fell off. But the unbiased channels keep they keep going up, progressing. You know, 100, 150, 200K subscribers, and a lot of these channels that just hating on Bud can't get out of 20K, 15K subscribers, and been doing it for how many years? And you wonder why your fan base or your subscriptions ain't going up, because all the negativity. All the negativity and the bias. That's I won't say detrimental, but that's hindering your channels. Yeah, I can speak on it because my main focus ain't YouTube. If it come, it come. The subscribers that come eventually when I start doing what I actually planned on doing with the channel. You know. This wasn't supposed to be no reaction channel or just some channel for just to be talking. about just random stuff. This is supposed to be media on a mission TV. That's the brand. On a mission entertainment. On a mission clothing. On a mission on a mission transportation. On a mission everything, man. You're gonna remember that logo. But this is supposed to be for media, as in interviews and putting a lot of dope content together, stuff like that. I ain't got to it yet, so I've been stuck in this trucking industry, but we ain't gonna go there. We talking about these Spence fans, y'all. You act like you can't be a fan of both of them. Oh, cause you can't like Spence if you talk taking up for Bud. Like, you don't know how ridiculous you sound. Come on, man. Spence messed up Kell Brook other eye. Mean Machine did the first one. That happens when you get punched in the eye too much. Nigga, put your hands up. And he messed up Uga's eye. Those are the only two fighters whose eyes that he broke the orbital bone. So this eye collector thing is like he did that to 2 out of 20 something fights. I mean, I get it, but y'all be overhyping stuff that ain't true. That's my thing. And as a Spence fan, I speak on it because I love the way he fights and what he brings to the table. But he don't just walk. He didn't walk through everybody. Bud didn't walk through everybody. Like, it's not. He got that. He obviously they're undefeated, but you're saying he broke everybody's will and broke everybody. That's not true. It's not accurate. Okay, he admitted to wanting to get the to take Mikey Garcia out, and he said he wouldn't go. He said he was trying, but Mikey wouldn't go. That's tough. That ain't breaking somebody's will just because you beat his ass. Danny, he got lumped up, but you didn't break his will to fight. He was still in the game. He just he ain't had nothing for Earl to keep her up off him. And he just looked bad because he light skinned it. So he was all purple and blue. Danny looked a mess after that fight. But the fight went to the decision. Mikey went to the decision. If the refs didn't stop Ugas, I think they was in the 10th round. I think he might have been able to stay in there for another 6 minutes. Just, throwing a punch every now and then so the ref could see you trying to do something. He would have took a lot more punishment, but I think he would, if they didn't stop it, he would have tried his best to make it to the 12, through the 12. So I'm saying, like, the fans, as a Spence fan, I could see the truth. I could see. So I ain't never once said like he just run. I'd say he be tearing niggas up. That's facts. But he just ain't just breaking everybody's will and taking everybody's eyes like y'all be talking about. Man, it's crazy. You can be a fan of both of them, but the Spence fans want you just to be. Oh, you can only like Spence. That's out, and that's bad for the sport. Y'all making the sport look bad. Y'all making the sport look bad. Like, look at what dude said, man. He says, I'm a Bud fan, but I like both. Errol a cool dude, but Errol Nuthuggers is super emotional. Mad that he's the underdog. They get over dramatic when somebody pick against him for boxing reasons and swear it's hate. Thank you. Just because all the trainers and most of the boxers and the trainers, majority of them are picking Bud just because of how they look at the ring, how they interpret what goes on in the ring, their perspective as a real boxer or trainer. So the Spence, these new casuals, these new bandwagon Spence fans, They just see these fights and just think, oh, well, Bud is not them other fighters. Just like Spence ain't like nobody else that Bud fought. They both bringing something new to the table. I don't care how many people Spence done fought and how many people. Bud got 30, almost 40 fights. That's a lot of experience. And he fought a lot of undefeated fighters. All the fighters that everybody keeps talking about, well, he didn't fight nobody. Just because they weren't like huge famous names don't mean that they weren't legitimate competition. It was just not for him because he's so good. Go look at the resume, see how many undefeated fighters Bud fought. They were just a lot of foreign guys that wasn't really famous like that out here. So you diminish, what he did in the ring just because they weren't, they wasn't lit, but they was undefeated. To stay undefeated, you got to be in the ring doing something. Same thing with Spence though. Spence is undefeated. He fought of course at welterweight, but he's got these belts from champions. But before that, like with every other boxer, you have to go through those. You go through those years where you're just fighting whoever. I mean, you might be getting 3-4 fights a year. 4, 5, 6 fights a year. You fighting every other month. Man. Well, I don't think 5. Some people might fight. I don't know. I think camps is probably like 2 months, but I don't know. Some people, I don't know. I think that's about right. Maybe you could do about 5 fights 4 to 5 fights in a year. That makes sense. But Spence got his first title. He fought for his first title, 2018, man. That was only 5 years ago. But look, I went off on a tangent. I'm just saying, if you're a true boxing fan and really love the sport, you know damn well that fight could go either way. But you can't just look at size and think, oh, because this guy is a little bigger than the other dude, he's just going to dog him. He going to run through him. Bruh, that sounds like some elementary logic. Because as grown men, we know damn well size don't matter on the street. It really don't matter on the street. Everybody know that. Everybody, just boxing got weight classes. But I know a lot of these lightweights, welterweights, if they was in the ring, because they spar with fighters that are, in the next weight class up, maybe up to like 2 weight classes bigger than them, so they could be able to, take the hardest punches from niggas in their weight class, and just for that competition. Shakur and Big Baby be sparring all the time. Shakur spar with Bud all the time. Devin be sparring with middleweights. Tank be sparring with middleweights. Like that's come on, man. Size really don't matter, but it's just the way boxing is designed. There's weight classes, so they'll never be in the ring with somebody that's not in their weight class. Now, how much the fighter rehydrates to, that's another story. Because at the weigh-in, you might be 147, or like lightweight, you might be 135. But tomorrow night, fight night, you're 150, 155. Some people, they might gain 15 pounds overnight. Well, to that next day, 15, 20 pounds by that next night. But for you to think that you're not going to see anybody just walking through Spence. You can't just, you out of your mind if you paid attention to Bud and not just hate on him. If you actually seen him watch the fights, you know damn well ain't nobody walking through Bud. But the Spence, y'all act like, I swear I said in the other video, y'all act like Bud is, like he shouldn't even, he don't do nothing good. Like he's just an amateur that got lucky. That got lucky in the pros. Like he don't even deserve to be in the ring. It's crazy. Let me finish what dude said. He said they act like Bud has 0 chance to win when we all know that ain't true. When Bud fans know Errol can win this fight, We just picking Bud because of his versatility, IQ, stubbornness, and finishing ability. But yeah, they are super emotional behind EJ. It's facts. He just said that if you're a fan of both of them, but you're leaning towards Bud, you still know Spence could win. It could go either way. Just because you're leaning in this direction because of certain factors, we don't have to hate on Spence. You don't have to hate on neither one of them just because you like the other one. You could talk about what Bud do well in the ring without downplaying Spence. Just because you like one more than the other don't mean you have to downplay the other. And that's where a lot of these, I've seen a lot of this over since the fight was announced. A lot of people's YouTube channels went crazy because they're the Spence fans. And they're catering to the casual Spence fan, to the Spence community. And Spence catered to that too. His talking points and his arguments and stuff. But it's all good. You know what I mean? He got the most fans, but a lot of his fan base don't really know a lot about boxing. Just like a lot of, like the Warriors, Lakers, bandwagon fans, they can't tell you all the technical stuff in detail, all the technical stuff about basketball. How to do this, what this is called, what this and that, and the rules and regulations, and they can't tell you all the technical stuff. They just rooting for it because they hear everybody over here, well, this guy does, or they see one or two fights where they like, dang, and they think, he could do that to every fight. It's not true. Bud didn't fight all the fighters the exact same way, but he ended up getting the dub because of the versatility and the IQ, and it's a sneaky. Well, I bet you a lot of his opponents underestimated him because of his frame, because of his frame, and when they got in that ring, it was like, dang. That hurt. But it's like, come on, man. I'm trying to, let me see if I can go back to some other stuff, man. I say the truth, man. These, and I said diehards make him look soft. I think some of the diehards that know what they talking about still making him look so soft because y'all so emotional and hate Bud so much. You could be a diehard for Spence. But you can't call yourself like a real analysis or like somebody that's very seasoned in the boxing on boxing period, and think you look at Bud's fight and think that anybody is gonna walk through Bud like you're psycho. Come on, man. Bud, you see that hit that he got Kell Brook with? Hold on, let me see if we could go here, man. Here goes some more no nonsense. Look, this 3 days ago for the I can't remember the dude's name again. Brian Custer interview, Showtime. Look. On the all the Spence fans in here are arguing, complaining about the failed negotiations from last year. The fight's a month away, and you still talking about what happened last year. It's like y'all can't help yourselves but to complain. The fight is here, and truth be told, it wouldn't even. Bud played a huge part in this fight actually getting made because he took the initiative to call Spence, and they got it done. Period. He took that fight on BOK Prime. He said, yeah, he got that 10 M's. That set the standard for the next fight. Now him and Spence got a 10 mil guarantee. And these guys want to argue about what a guarantee is. Well, all you have to do is look up like boxing pay. Just look. We have phones. You don't have to be that smart to use them. They call it smartphones, but like it don't take rocket science to go on Google or whatever. If you got Apple or whatever, just to do your own due diligence. It's called research. It takes 5 seconds. Just type it in. Explain boxing paste. And it comes up. Okay. I explained this in a video before. Bud used to he was used to getting them M's at top rank. It was a guarantee, no back end. He was cool with the flat rate. But majority fighters like to have if you're on that level, I'm put it that way. Because some fighters, you just got to take what they're going to give you. Look, Tio's still only making the M. I'm not sure if he's getting some of the back end money too or what, but that's why he was upset about to pay for the last fight against Josh Taylor. Even Shakur Stevenson ain't balling. Well, they rich. Don't get it twisted. But he not making nearly as much money as Tank or Devin. Devin got 4 M's against Loma, and they're getting back in. I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. They gate and pay-per-view. That was a pay-per-view. So I think I want to assume majority, if you fight on pay-per-view, that you're getting some back-end money. If you're not fighting on, that's why Bud was just cool with the he was a fight on ESPN. That's why he was just cool with the flat rate. He didn't give a fuck about no pay-per-view or no back-end. He didn't need it. But they want to argue with you about what's the guarantee. Like, why you want to limit these guys? These guys arguing with me saying that Spence only going to get 10, that they both only going to get 10 M's. And that's just their guarantee in case it flops. Like, to put flop in, like, to put that into this conversation at all don't even sound right. This fight probably will break some records. It probably do close to what Ryan and Tank did. I wouldn't be surprised if it do more pay-per-views or do a higher gates. Expensive as them tickets is, man. I'm trying to get to Vegas, though. Everybody should try to get out there, go to Vegas, and if you can't, by all means, get that pay-per-view, man. Support this fight, for real. It's one of the reasons why it didn't get made all those years is because Showtime and PBC didn't think it was gonna make no money because the African American community don't really support all them fighters like that. It's always got to be African against Latino or somebody, or Filipino or something. Those fights, there's always one race against the other. So that's why the best fighters don't never fight each other, because they don't think it was going to sell. And now we're starting to see, okay, the build-ups and, come on, Tank versus Devin, Tank versus Shakur, or Devin versus, who else is up there at 140? I don't even know. I don't think Devs need to fight nobody else at 135. He need to go to 140. So everybody got a build to go up to 140. Dev is like the biggest one, and he's depriving himself of that man strength by dropping down to 130 for every fight, man. He too big for that. Him and Spence is like damn near the same height. Now imagine Spence going down to 135. Like Devin, if he was welterweight, he'd probably be muscular like Spence. I could tell. He just don't have the weight on him because of his weight class. Devin got this high. He's about 24 now. If he was a welterweight, you would see his man strength, and he would be a lot more bigger. He would look huge compared to what he is now. That's 20 more pounds. He could walk around easily at like 5'9". He could do At 5'9", he could probably Bud walk around like 170. Spence walk around like 180, 190. He's almost 5'10". So that'll look like it ain't just like hella buff or nothing, but it's a solid man. 190, that's a solid man. 5'8", 170, 175, that's a solid man. But Dev definitely need to stay. Don't need to stay at 135. Make everybody go to 140. But we're gonna get back to this, man. We need to support the fighters so we get more of these fights against the best. The best of the best is gonna be the African Americans against the African American, flat out. Y'all people hate the truth, but it is what it is. That's gonna be the best fights at a lot of these weight classes. It's gonna be us against us. But we gotta support us in order to get these fights done. This year was great for boxing. People made these initiatives and got these fights made. Got the big fights made. Now let's do it and make the bigger fights against each other. Because this is the best of the best. I said in the other video, we got to stop all the hate. Stop all that. Because that makes a division. And that's why people are already talking. Excuse me. It's people already talking about for the Crawford fans to how some people didn't even want to go to the fight. People didn't even want to go to the fight because of hold on, man. Because of the Spence fans. They're like, Bud win, Spence fans gonna be so salty they're gonna try to jump you. And that's damn near true, because they're so emotional. Or it's gonna be, imagine, I forgot what fight was that. Against Ugas, there was fights in the stands. Fans fighting. At Tank fight, there was fights. Damn near at every fight, somebody's getting down. Like the people that got money though. Like you're close to the ring and still can't control ain't got no self-control. That's ridiculous. It may just make us look stupid. It just make us look silly. You can't take these niggas nowhere. Even niggas that's rich, you can't have no control over your anger, have no control over your emotions at all. And that's why you think people don't respect us somewhere. It's like, can't take these niggas nowhere. But we gotta do better. I'm just saying like this, man. Spence, we gotta get it together. You Spence fans, man. Cause y'all making him look bad. Y'all make Spence look bad, man. For real. Y'all make Spence look soft. Cause y'all so emo. Over anything to do with Crawford. It's crazy. Congratulate. I mean, you ain't got to even. You just got to, man. Give respect to some props where it's due, man. Give both of them men their credit. Spence, how Spence respect him, man. That's why I be saying like Spence be contradicting himself because he'll say he respect Bud, but he ain't found nobody. Spence know the deal. Spence know exactly who Bud fought just because they were, like I said, they weren't famous here, but there was a lot of undefeated fighters. So they was on people's radar. You paying attention to people overseas and in America. If you're a fighter, you're seeing who on there coming. You see the prospects. You see all that stuff, man. Boxers pay attention. But like for him to, you got respect. Y'all both got respect, but you respect him, but he ain't fought nobody. But you know he's gonna be your toughest competition, but he ain't fought nobody. You know what I mean? That don't even sound. So he play into what all the fans is saying, you know, and that even and for the fans hearing it out his mouth too. That's it. See, even Spence said it. Come on, man. We gotta do better, man. Look at the fights. I challenge any fan that just hate Bud to go look at go look at my which one was it? Go look. This one's right here. The Spencified fans are terrified. Look at that video. Look at all the videos, man. Go check me out. I don't be saying nothing stupid. I ain't gonna hurt your feelings that bad. You know the truth hurts though. I've never been that kind of person that hate hearing the truth. It just ain't that serious to me. If you don't like the truth, if it's something to do with yourself, do something about it. Change the narrative. It's in your hands. The ball in your court if it's you. Or just because you hear something about yourself you don't like, so you're gonna go pout, or you just gonna run from it, and just get an attitude, or be proactive about changing the narrative you don't like hearing. I don't see why the truth irritate people so much. Facts are facts, man. Facts are facts. Reality is reality. It's not my reality and then your reality. We all live in the same reality. You might see it a little different, but it's the same life, the same world. We breathe the same air. So give these fighters their credit, man, because y'all don't want it to be to where the security is so thick in there that they make it uncomfortable, or can't nobody really enjoy the fight because there's so much law enforcement and everything up in the venue trying to prevent something from popping off because of the tension between the fans. That don't make sense, man. We should be able to everybody get along and enjoy this fight because it's going down. We all know it's going down, man. May the best man win. And I'm gone. I don't even know how to stop this.